It is him, idiot.
Mr. Moon, I know. I'm just memeing it up for stream, you fucking idiot. Now you ruined my whole fucking meme, dude. Whoa, what's up? Is that really you? Wait, hello? Test 1, 2?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, buddy? Wait, is it really you?
Hello?
Hello? Wait, I dragged him out. I don't want some random dude, like, screaming. Stupid shit. I'm not gonna let ISIS fans take me down, too. One victim is enough. What?
It is him, idiot.
Mr. Moon, I know. I'm just memeing it up for stream, you fucking idiot. Now you ruined my whole fucking meme, dude. Alright, sorry, can you hear me? Hello? Are you here, buddy?
Yeah. What happened? Did someone fake come on?
No. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I can hear you. Right, what's up, buddy? Hello?
Hi, Destiny, long
Alright,
time friend.
sorry, I had
Check
to,
my
mute
mixtape,
your
fam
stream.
bonus meme, my
good
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, what's up, buddy?
Chilling, man, chilling. Man, this really sucks.
Yeah,
It doesn't look good.
it doesn't. The optics are pretty bad.
Yeah. The last I heard, I talked to Ice's manager, and he was in the same room with him, and said that he was waiting on an email with the actual verdict with more info. And they were told that they were sent an email from Twitch, which they never got. So I texted Neil and saying, "Yo, by the way, they didn't get the email." He responded, "I'm gonna let our legal team know, whatever." So, they said they're gonna keep me posted, but I honestly don't have high hopes.
Yeah.
I really don't. It just looks really fucking bad.
Yeah, considering his last ban was a 45-day one, yeah, I think so.
They've been finding
know
and
it's,
tracking
unlikely,
ICE's
but
past
I
flights
just,
without him
what I
leaking
tweeted, I think
anything.
it would be
It was the group of
amazing if
autistic
they would do it,
hackers
but I don't
that
think
swatted
they will.
him
If
the
he could
first
just
time.
do some kind of a house
Twitch
arrest
is
thing where,
biased as
look,
always and find
people
Ice
know
and
his
his
home address,
community
but
to
what
be
if
a
he
liability
got a
to them.
hotel, and just did indoor IRL for 30 days, and obviously behaved way differently about leaking locations and about being way more cryptic about where he is, and he'd have to definitely change. He'd have to change his stream, but it would be cool if they did that. I don't know.
I feel like there's two ways to approach this from Twitch, which makes that solution rough. So I'm not advocating for one or the other. Or if I like Paul, I love him. He's a cool dude. But just looking at it from Twitch's end, the problem there is that do you then go back and give every other permanently banned person a chance? Would you have to go and unban everybody? And then Twitch would make the argument that Paul should have done that before getting permabanned. That after the last after the last 45-day ban, he should have moved in that direction rather than waiting for a permaban.
Yeah, but how many bans were people directly at fault versus accidents? I mean, the thing about Twitch being so strict and look at this accident that happened, you're banned. Look at this accident that happened, you're banned. It makes us look bad. It's an accident. You didn't try you didn't intentionally make this happen. You're banned anyway. That's and I understand from a company standpoint protecting themselves, but it seems so fucking I don't know, it's just so upsetting when people are not fully at fault.
So this is kind of this is going to be a pretty bad meme, but I guess for other broadcasters watching or for anybody else that's kind of curious about this stuff, I think the biggest problem with ICE related stuff is that it always seemed, and it sounds kind of mean to say, and again I love ICE, but it always seemed like he was acting in such a way that this kind of stuff was inevitable. To give an example, so when you're talking about the try hard stuff, if people are making racist donations to you, there's only one way to deal with that as a streamer, right? If somebody makes a racist donation, then you might make a sarcastic comment and then you click delete and you move on. That's the only way to handle that kind of stuff. But for the longest time on Paul's stream, every time a racist donation goes, he'd be like, "Oh, come on, guys! Hey, guys! That's not real cool. Spam try hard in the chat. That's not what we're really like, guys." Every time a racist donation would come in, he would do stuff like that, and that's where all the try hard and the try hex spam and all that shit comes from. Like, and even when he was in Vegas, when they're like listening to rappers, he was like, yeah, try hard in the chat, guys. Like, when he's doing that kind of stuff constantly, like, it seems like you're kind of baiting out those kinds of people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I think his whole community is like, squeaky clean. I had my own problems with a lot of them. I think some of them are just genuinely kind of funny and clever and create funny memes. When it leads to the racist shit, that's not funny, and I think he should be more strict about that and not enable it.
Yeah, and then like with this most recent thing, like, fuck, dude, with Ice literally sitting in the airport saying, "I'm at gate 45, terminal 5. What's the worst you guys can do?" Like, oh my god, dude, it sounds like a call out so hard.
I don't think he worded it exactly like that, but I did watch that.
It was pretty much exactly like that. He was like, I think I'm at gate 45, terminal 5, something like that. I mean, maybe I shouldn't see it, but what's the worst y'all can do, right? It was something literally like that. And then he even says ever, like, maybe I should enable you guys, but whatever. Like, it was pretty much word for word almost like that, you know?
Yeah, it was close. It was close to that. He did a little eye roll, like, what's the worst that could happen? And I don't think that was smart for him to do that, but I also don't think he was egging it on to the point of like, I wonder if it would be amazing if I got swatted when I landed, you know? It's basically like, it's for what everybody loves him for, right? He's scuffed. He fumbles through life, and that's why he's so likable, but it's also what gets him in trouble.
Yeah, that's your big problem, is the liability issue, you know? Like, when you're talking, like, or maybe even, I don't know, it's just the liability is, like, really fucking scary, you know? And there's not, like, that massive profit upside. It's not, like, if you had, like, 10,000 subs on Twitch, maybe it'd be different. But right now, like, the liability if something catastrophic happened on that platform because of Ice, like, imagine if those SWAT police had ended up shooting somebody on that plane, right? This is now a national or international level story that is showcasing somebody using Twitch and then having like an incident occurring on a plane that involves somebody getting shot. Like, that would be like so shitty if you were Twitch that happens to you, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That is, and from all the shit that's happened, and.
Oh, and what you just said there, like, that's a really important part too. Like, if this was like a random dude that streamed, or a guy like Summit or something, like, maybe this happens and Twitch like throws you a 24-hour or a 72-hour ban, or a week ban if they really want to send a message, right? Like, yo, like, it was really dumb, or maybe even just like a really big slap on the wrist, like, don't do that shit again. That was really stupid. But it's the fact that like you have a guy that's literally a few months coming off of a 45-day ban, like one of the longest that Twitch has ever given, like, just makes it look really bad, you know?
Yeah, it's a fucking shame, man. I really feel bad.
The biggest,
I don't know.
If you really want to help Ice right now, as fucked as it sounds, if you really want to help Ice right now, the biggest kind of rule change from Twitch that would help Ice is they need to take the rule off where you cannot stream with banned streamers. That's like the huge thing that fucks Ice, because technically Ice could move to another platform and kind of make it, but now he's completely cut off from everybody else that streams on Twitch. Like, if you're streaming IRL and you meet up with Ice who's streaming IRL on YouTube, you have to cut your stream. He can't be on your stream, you know?
Yeah. I just don't know. Here's the thing. Here's another thing that I don't know is, like, say for, some miracle he only gets a 30-day. How much can he actually change his kind of stream and kind of, way of streaming and persona enough to satisfy the squeaky clean, strict rules of Twitch?
So, like, this is kind of my theory, and I could be wrong. I totally agree. There's like 2 points here. One, I think that Ice could have a really entertaining IRL stream without constantly pushing the fucking boundaries. And then two, I kind of wonder, how much is it the fact that Ice is streaming so many IRL streams that kind of pushes him into pushing the boundaries, right? Like, Ice going to the, like, you remember when Ice went to the, what's that fucking restaurant? The Red Robin? No, the one with the one girl that he gave the kiss to or whatever? they have the skinny
don't know.
fucking fries, steak and shaker. I don't know what it was called, but like Ice going to restaurants like that with friends and shit can be really funny and can be good content. But I feel like he kept constantly pushing the boundaries, like going to fucking Detroit or some shit. Where was he? Where he went to that that
New
the chicken
Orleans?
place? Yeah, like going into places like that and streaming and shit and like letting people know where you are. Like I wouldn't do it, dude. Even if I had my fucking gun on me,
yeah.
I wouldn't dare venture that shit. Like it's not worth it. Like that's some scary fucking shit. When you've got people that are making phone calls all over to get you fucked up, like that's just a bad idea. Like that kind of shit was just never worth it. I don't think. Like what's like in terms of positives that could happen there. Like yeah, I mean it's cool. You continue to have positive interactions with people, but the negatives, the downside was so huge. You know?
Yeah, I mean, only knock on fucking wood. Only like small shits happen to me. I did a solo Compton stream where I walked around Compton, but it was like during the day, and like I figured like it's not like gangbangers and shit like that. Nothing really happened. Last night I did a stream in my own neighborhood. I got two separate food deliveries at the same exact time. I'm like standing next to two guys, like looking at both of them holding bags, and I'm like, why the fuck are you looking at me? And they're both like from fucking annoying ass callers. Yeah. And you can't pretend that at least a little bit, it's not a little bit funny. But when you're talking about shit that has actually killed people in the past, people have died and wrongfully gotten shot during swattings. You just have to think about the worst fucking humans on the planet that would do something like that. It's just so fucking annoying.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just really shitty. I didn't even think of that. Like, if you look at it from Twitter's perspective, like a week ago, wasn't it a week ago Ice was in the news because of that restaurant thing? And then today he gets swatted off of a plane. Like, what happens a week from now? Like, how much more extreme does it get?
Yeah. But you say that, toxic fans, but you can't really consider yourself a fan if you're fucking somebody's life over. That's a toxic hater, not a toxic fan.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's just man, you have to show that you're making like a good faith effort, I think, on your end to really make sure that kind of shit doesn't happen. And sitting in an airport and giving away your terminal and gate number and then making an offhanded comment about how what's the worst you can do, like, makes it look really bad, you know?
Yeah, I guess the severity of the last ban, he should have really, really tightened everything up about his stream, like every single aspect, from the tryhards to the leaking info. Like, hindsight 2020, but it's fucked, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I've been thinking about the IRL section a lot about the liability of, like, I definitely agree that it's just could be just around the corner when they decide to just get rid of it,
Yeah, and that's kind of what it seems to me. That it seems like right now there is this unstoppable progression where IRL is headed towards a huge disaster that will make international headlines, or at the very least strong national headlines, and then Twitch will just axe the section, saying that that it's going the wrong way, that they originally had other ideas for it and it didn't pan out how they wanted to, so to protect their users and to encourage people not to engage in harmful behavior, they're going to go ahead and indefinitely suspend the section and then maybe look over it in the future. Like, they'll do some statement like that and then just axe the section completely because it's too much of a liability. That's where it seems like it's headed, because it's only getting like more and more extreme, in terms of bad things happening to people.
Well, the extreme shit is all based on people knowing your location. I mean, normal life and, in places where streamers usually stream, it's kind of usually bland and kind of rare for something big like that to happen. Mm-hmm. But if the idiots who, cause this shit don't know where you are, I feel like that's a pretty big deterrent in creating this fucking section into like something that's gonna completely explode. And
yeah, for sure.
To get rid of it,
and that's like, if Ice was serious about his shit, like, that's something that he could accomplish pretty easily. Like, he has the viewership and he should make enough money such that he could like fly to a city for a week and not really talk about which city he's in, and then just kind of stream from inside places. Like, don't walk outside where you're showing street signs and shit. But like, if you're literally inside a restaurant, like, I don't know how people would be able to figure out like the state and city you're in. But if you tell people the city you're in and like the part of the city you're in, if you go into any restaurant, finding somebody is trivial, right? You just Google Maps the restaurants, bring them all up. You can call all of them, until you find it. What, there's going to be 3 or 4.
That might be a little too extreme, though. Then it makes it not worth it. You want to go to
I think
New
it'd be
York
worth
City.
it.
You don't want to be like, well, we're inside of TGI Fridays in New York City, but you can't see the Empire State Building. Walking around outside in the city is like part of it, but even then, it's kind of like the whole swatting thing. As long as you're kind of like not announcing specific locations when you go inside of them, and you kind of hide places when you're going inside. Maybe it could kind of like counteract that shit.
So,
I don't know.
people are saying that he's done it before, but he was called anyway. But like, I've seen all of those streams where it's like people say that, but like he would always end up revealing something that he didn't need to, or he would always say like a little bit too much. I don't know if he ever made like a real honest effort to make it so that people really couldn't find him. Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I know he always likes the aspect of like surprise and being sniped and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I want to interact with strangers, but I want to do it from people I don't know, like Uber drivers and shit like that, not people who are fans and showing up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's
I
funny
think-
because all the problems that you talk about are problems that the gaming community has too. Especially like there are games that you stream where it's really funny to have authentic interactions with strangers, but as soon as people run into you that know who you are, like it gets really stupid and it feels like a waste of time and it's not at all what you want.
Yeah. I love the hate in the chat.
You gotta hook him up with a fucking reality TV show, dude. That's the only way you can save him.
Well, we had a flight together to San Francisco, pretty short flight, but we spoke the whole way, and, we were talking about money and spending money and him being constantly worried about spending money, and I'm like, dude, it's like, if you're building this brand up and you're building a name and you have a fan base, don't worry. You can kind of do whatever you want. You can create revenue for yourself, using yourself as a brand, on Twitch, off of Twitch, on YouTube, whether you want to like create a reality show or a comedy series or whatever. There are so many opportunities when you have a fan base, a very, very, very active fan base that will follow you wherever you go. And that's why I'm not really worried about him becoming broke and having to move back to Florida, because I think his fan base is going to support him with whatever he does, and I don't think he's going to throw in the towel because of this. It just sucks that he was so pro Twitch. It just sucks that there's a good chance it's not going to be on Twitch anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of the problem, though, is that that's not necessarily true. Like, that's stuff that you have to go out and figure out on your own. Like, Ice needs to work on going out and building, like, his own, like,
You have to
monetization schemes and
understand
whatnot.
that
Because I'm pretty sure that
stream
right
was
now...
built on racism, not intentional racism. But
Oh, I got it. Sorry. That, like, Ice's stream is literally built on Twitch, and like all of his income came through Twitch, and I don't think he did much to secure funding or revenue outside of that platform. Hold on, I gotta read this real fast. But that's how he got popular so fast. Coupled with the IRL streams, it brought in a lot of toxicity issues along with it. I think he's pretty much done by both. Okay, yeah, harsh tracks, gotcha. All right, sorry, go ahead.
So what are you saying? You're
that he needs somebody else to like show him like how to monetize his shit, because it seems like he doesn't have any of that figured out at all. Like, I was shocked. He was saying on stream that like he's been losing money these past couple months, like traveling and everything. It sounds like he wastes a lot of money and isn't finding good ways to make any money.
Yeah.
Like, right now on his current trajectory, Ice has to go to school or get a job or something. Like, he's done at this point, unless somebody like steps in and helps him, like shows him like, hey, like this is how you can set your shit up on YouTube. Like, you need to have like, an Amazon affiliate link or some type of cash sponsor or some type of website where you can, get your community together. Like, his subreddit, he doesn't really do much with his subreddit in terms of directing traffic. Like, he needs to get some kind of content on his YouTube channel. Like, yeah, he has to start building these other revenue streams, because losing that Twitch revenue stream, that's probably, if I had to guess, Twitch and donations are probably like 95% of his income.
Yeah, no.
I'm
well,
still
I mean,
a baby
I
boy.
agree with you on the Twitch side, but I don't agree with you that he has to kind of go back to school and get a job. I think.
Oh no,
when
I'm
you
saying
have that
if he
much-
doesn't figure it out, he has to. If he continues on his current course and doesn't figure anything out, he'll have to.
Well, you know what? When the flame is under your ass, that's usually the time you figure shit out. And when you have this amount of pressure of being cut off from that revenue stream, it's a lot easier to sit back and just be like whatever when you're making 10 plus K a month. When that gets cut off, our instincts kick in, and we're like, okay, cool. Well, I have to survive. So what am I going to do? He's smart enough to know he has an audience that cares about him. He's smart enough to know that he has a very captivated audience. I think he does need to learn a thing or two of how to capitalize on it, but I think this is definitely going to be the thing to push him to do that. He's not going to just be like, okay, well, my life's over. I'm not making any money now. Let me go back to Florida. I
mean,
really
I hope
doubt
so,
that's going
but
to happen.
I would have thought that flame would have been on his ass after the 45-day ban.
Yeah, but that's a different flame, right? You're saying like he was kind of aloof to the fact that like about the severity of like getting banned again. He was just like out there killing it with content, making money, having like tons of viewers. I don't think he realized how close to death he was. And now that he might be dead in the water with Twitch, this is like a very clear message.
Well, did you
linking
watch
right
his
from
video
his-
after the 45-day ban? Because he seemed pretty fucking sober in that video. Like,
Yeah, and then the severity fucking feels like it dies down a little bit once you're back on and everything's good again. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
maybe.
it's like you cheat on a girl, and then your life feels like it's over, and then she takes you back, and then you cheat on her again. You know?
I guess. All right. Do you have any final words or anything for the chat?
CX motherfucker.
All right. See you later. Don't get banned.
Let-
CX
All right.
fan.